What's up, everybody? Thanks for clicking this video. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you're new here, I'll introduce myself very briefly. My name's Simon Hill, Black American from Louisiana, out here filming this video on November 21st, 2023 in Budapest, Hungary. The time is around 2:14 p.m. And I'm doing a story today that one of my longtime subscribers and supporters, Craig Mack, sent to me that comes from my home state of Louisiana, specifically my own parish, Ouachita. So if you don't know, Louisiana is the only state in the nation that has parishes, not counties, and I hail from Ouachita Parish. Some people read it and see, oh, you a cheetah. But no, that's not how it's pronounced. It's pronounced Ouachita, named after the indigenous people who lived there long before the colonists showed up. Anyway, so this is Ouachita Parish on the map here in Louisiana. This is the story that we're going to get into today. A Louisiana Dollar General clerk shoots and kills armed robber, gets charged with manslaughter. The Louisiana clerk told the police Dollar General store had been targeted by robbers 6 times since August. This story was written by Louis Cassiano for Fox News, published on January 5th, 2023. I didn't hear about this story at all, unfortunately, but I'm glad that Craig Mack sent it to me. And before we even start reading the story, I want you to guess. I want you to guess the race of the man who was arrested and charged with defending private property, something that we in Louisiana hold sacred, hold very near and dear. You know, one of my students, I'm an English teacher, right? One of my students is a land use law lawyer, right? And a few days ago, we were reading documents about property rights in Louisiana because I tried to tailor my English classes based on what my students are into. So he's into land use law. So I said, you know what? I got a PDF document here about Louisiana property rights. And guess what? In the Louisiana Constitution, they enshrine property rights and private property as something sacred, something that I somewhat disagree with. But in Louisiana, this is the culture. The culture is big guns, defend your property, stand your ground. But unfortunately, when somebody follows those tenets, follows those beliefs, follows those rules, oh, now you're charged with manslaughter, buddy. So I think we know where this is going. Look at these racist crack-ass crackers. Oh, God, growing up in Louisiana, if you see a man in camo flannel, you know what it's about to be. You know he drops hard R's when he's in his big old pickup truck. I'm not going to play the video here. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This guy isn't even involved with the case, apparently. I'm not going to click the video, but you know what it is. When I was growing up in Louisiana, you see guys dressed like this all the time, all the time. These are the guys who yell at Kaepernick to stand for the flag. Anyway, I'm going to read the story. I'm going to read the story. A Louisiana Dollar General store clerk who shot and killed an armed robber Monday is being charged with the crime, authorities said. Rufus Anderson was working at the store in Monroe when the suspect entered with a weapon, a police report said. Anderson fired a shot that struck the suspect and a customer as the robber fled the store. Responding police officers found the robber lying in the money he had just robbed the store of, north of the scene, the report said. The suspect later died at a hospital. So, I just got to say this. Judging by the name alone, we know that this is going to be a brother. Unfortunately, Rufus is a very black name. I've never heard it before, and that's how you know it's black. Growing up in Louisiana, specifically in Monroe, I'm from Monroe. Monroe wasn't really that of a violent place. Like, we don't have that many murders. Gun violence isn't really that big of a thing. It's starting to pick up now. It seems like since I've left Monroe, the city has started to just go downhill. A lot of violence, a lot of more property crime and stuff like that. You know, hearing about something like this would have been big news when I was a kid growing up in Monroe. But now it seems to become more and more regular. There's a video I did on my channel about last year of a mass shooting that took place in Monroe, Louisiana, where 9 people were shot. The city has gotten very violent. But this guy, Rufus Anderson, kind of did the right thing. He, saw somebody come in there with a gun and he decided to defend himself, like we see in all the videos of all the convenience stores that are robbed late night with some guy in a ski mask coming in, and then the convenience store guy shoots back, right? But I've never heard of those Indians or those Pakistanis or those Arabs getting charged with manslaughter or murder for, shooting at somebody who came into the 7-Eleven late at night trying to rob it. But I wonder why Rufus got charged. I wonder why. Now, I'm going to be fair here. Possibly Rufus had the gun illegally. So he was working at the store carrying an illegal gun on him. And that might be the reason they're going to charge him with the crime. But even still, they should give him some leniency and some leeway to say that he was defending not only his life, but the lives of other customers who were there and defending his store. Dollar General should have sent him the best attorney in the nation to defend him if he got charged with this crime. And this is not fair at all. So Rafus Anderson, 30, is being charged in connection with fatally shooting an armed robber while working at a Dollar General in Louisiana. That's his picture, unfortunately. And the sad thing is, once you get arrested in Louisiana, they make sure that your mugshot goes out there. Like, they even have newspapers of people who got their mugshot taken that night. And it becomes public information. It's all over the internet. And it's something you can't take away, even if you beat the case. To me, that's not fair. If you get arrested, that documentation should be private, only for the police. It shouldn't be out there in the public, in my opinion, because everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So the customer was taken to a hospital and was later released after receiving treatment. After the shooting, Anderson locked up the store, set the alarm, and left. He later gave a statement to police. He said he was afraid the suspect would kill him and had no idea that the suspect was struck by gunfire because he continued to run. He also said the store had been the target of 6 armed robberies since August. He said there were 4 robberies and 2 attempted robberies. Now, I have to say this, man. Once again, Monroe seems to be getting more and more violent, more and more dangerous, and I'm actually scared for my family who still lives there, because I have one blood brother, and my brother works at a Dollar General or the dollar store, because we have 2 big, discount chains in America, the Dollar General and the dollar store. I forgot which one he works at, but yeah, I think he still works there while he, is studying at school. And I hope he'll be okay. This is sad to hear. I wonder where exactly this Dollar General or dollar store was. They don't say where it was in the city. My brother works at one in West Monroe, so I hope he'll be okay. And I hope he's not the target of robberies, because I'm pretty sure my brother don't keep the strap on him. I'm pretty sure. And by the way, guys, if you work at a company, don't die for a company. If I was working at Dollar General, Walmart, Target, or something like that, and somebody comes in with a strap in my face trying to rob the place, I'm not going to bust back. I'm going to give them all the money in the register and everything like that and lay my ass down on the ground. Because you know what? Nobody at Target, Walmart, Dollar General, Dollar Store will come to my funeral. Nobody cares. These major companies do not care about the working class people. So risking your life for some company, or even for your own pride, is dumb as hell. You make $8.25 an hour, and you're willing to risk your life and freedom for a mega $1 million company. No. Stupid as hell. That's dumb as hell, unfortunately. Rafus, you're dumb for that. You're dumb for that. I can understand being in fear of your life, but the person coming in with the strap, shaking in his hands, just wants the money. People that rob dollar stores and convenience stores and stuff like that, they're the, stupidest of criminals, and they're also probably people who are very, very desperate. Just give it up. Just give it up. It's like if somebody wants to take your Rolex, take your chain, take something like that, just give it up, man. It's not worth dying over. Material things and dying for a company is never worth dying over. So Anderson is charged with manslaughter. He was released on bail Wednesday and was scheduled to appear in court the same day. Fox News Digital has reached out to Dollar General. So nobody said here in the case so far that we've read in the first story, because we're going to read about 2 more stories. Nobody said that the gun was illegal. It might have been legally registered to him. It might have been a weapon that he legally bought, was licensed to carry. Everything was above board. Yet and still, Rafus gets charged with manslaughter. Unfortunately, because he does not have the complexion for the protection in a racist-ass section of America. And I'm from Monroe. I'm from Ouachita Parish. 318 all day. I know what it is. Hella racist. Those crackers that run the government in Louisiana, hella racist. We know this for a fact. So I am not surprised to hear that this young black man, unfortunately, who's younger than me, but he looks much older than me. He's had a hard life. You must have a hard life if you're working at Dollar General. Shit. I'm not laughing though. He makes more money than me. I teach English online, so I can't ever laugh at anybody's pockets. If somebody pocket check me, fly is gonna come out and lint is all they're gonna find. But anyway, so unfortunately, Rafus got caught up in this, but there is some light at the end of the tunnel. Jury clears Dollar General clerk of manslaughter after shooting, killing armed robber. So this is good. I'm glad the jury didn't decide to send another black man to Angola or any of the other horrible slave plantations that we call prisons in Louisiana. But let's continue reading. So Rafus Alexander All right, is it Anderson or Alexander? In this first one, they said Rafus Anderson. Now here it's Rafus Alexander. Did you give him a fake name? See, now I know why they kept your ass, Rafus. I'm joking. I'm joking. So, Rafus Alexander was charged with manslaughter after shooting an armed robbery suspect while working at Dollar General. So this was written by Madison Remry and Jordan Gartner, published on May 20th, 2023. A Dollar General store clerk in Louisiana has been cleared of a manslaughter charge after a grand jury found there was not enough evidence in the case. All right, good. Rafus Anderson. Is it Rafus Anderson or Alexander? Maybe that was a typo at the beginning. Rafus was charged with manslaughter after shooting and killing an armed robbery suspect in January. According to the Monroe Police Department, they responded to an armed robbery call at the store located in Monroe on January 2nd. Authorities said Anderson was shot the robber, later identified as Monquarius Thomas, and they found him outside of the store on the ground with the money he was accused of taking. See, this is another thing, man. All black life is sacred, and for me, killing another black man over the white man's money is dumb. It's dumb. And Monquarius is obviously a black man, so don't anybody ask me, how do you know he's black? I know that's a black ass name. I know a black name when I see one. And Monquarius is actually a cool name. Anyway, I'm gonna say this. Killing another black man over the white man's money is one of the worst things that we could do as a people. We have to have the ultimate love and respect for our people and cherish black life as it exists. And so, when you're working at the Dollar General, even if he has the strap in your face, I would just say, you can have it all, man. I'm with you, brother. I understand what it's like. I'm poor too. We're both poor people. Hell, I was about to rob this bitch the next day. You feel me? No, I'm not saying that's what Rafus is saying, but I'm saying that's the mentality we should have. As working class people, we should not be laying our lives down for these companies. And on top of that, as black men, we shouldn't be shooting and killing each other. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna continue here. Thomas ended up dying. So the robber ended up dying. A customer was also shot in the robbery attempt, but was treated at a hospital and released. Police said Anderson told them he was acting in self-defense while protecting the customer in the store. He said he was afraid that Thomas was going to kill him when he pulled out a gun. On Friday, a grand jury rejected the charges against Anderson. The store clerk told police in January that this was the 6th armed robbery at the store since August 2022. So I'm glad that the jury cleared Rafus Alexander Anderson, whatever his name, of all the charges, as he should have been. He should have never been charged in the first place, because if this was a white man, if this was the manager of the store, if this was the GM of the store or something like that, they would have never, ever, ever put charges against him. But they saw this black man who's obviously working there as a clerk. He's poor. He's probably a little bit uneducated, doesn't have a lot of means or access. He could easily be picked on, and he can easily fill their quotas and fill the prisons that fund the prison industrial complex that keeps Louisiana's economy growing and sustaining itself. Unfortunately, in America, a lot of places depend on a prison population because so many people work at the prisons. Angola will probably never be shut down because of how much money Angola makes. They get state funding, they get federal funding, they probably get private funding as well. Many people work at the prisons, and this is the unfortunate thing about America. We have so many people locked up in America that it has become an economy. You can buy and trade stocks on companies that are in the private prison building industry. That's how sick America is. You can make money off of the idea that other people will go to jail or are already in jail, and that they need to build more jails, and that those companies will get funding from the government. So invest in those companies because their stock will go up. That's how sick America is. And unfortunately, black men disproportionately make up a large portion of the prison industrial complex. So we're the fuel that keeps this economic engine growing. It's just like slavery. And so the white sheriffs in Louisiana saw Rafus Anderson as more fuel to put into the fire, unfortunately. But I'm glad he beat the charges, because these charges would have not been brought against anybody else. And one more thing I have to say about this case, this is another reason why we need to amend the gun laws in America, if not abolish the Second Amendment, because because in other countries they don't have gun crime like this. People aren't putting guns in store clerks' faces or shooting at store clerks. I'm out here in Hungary. Gun crime is almost non-existent at all. Meanwhile, in America, the richest, most powerful, most prosperous nation that ever existed, we have to deal with numerous mass shootings, people getting killed daily by gun violence in a nation that should be man enough, should have the testicular fortitude enough to say we don't need guns to make us safe because they only inherently make society more dangerous. So, that's the end of Rafus Anderson's or Alexander's criminal problems. But unfortunately, he is getting sued. The tragedy. So, Washita Parish father sues Dollar General employee and company after his son was fatally shot. So, this was posted on May 15th, 2023. Let's go to Monroe, Louisiana. So, reports have confirmed that Johnette Johnson, the father of an alleged armed robber. What type of man is named Johnette? Boy, what type of sassy shit was going on in your family? Johnette Johnson? Okay. Side eye to you, buddy. Side eye to you. Anyway, the father of an alleged armed robber who was fatally shot during a Dollar General store, LA, who was fatally shot near a Dollar General store in Monroe, Louisiana, is suing DG Louisiana LLC and Rafus Anderson for costs associated with the incident and emotional suffering. On Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023, the Monroe Police Department responded to a shooting at 711 South 8th Street. Okay, South 8th Street. So that's on the south side. The south side in Monroe has historically been like the more treacherous side. You know, it's not dangerous like Compton. It's not like Miami. It's not Houston level dangerous. There's not murders happening every day, as far as I know, but it is becoming more dangerous. Kids from the south side used to always get into fights and stuff like that. I come from the north side, so I was never involved in that. But yeah, there's like, not gangs, but there's like cliques that run around and beat up each other and stuff like that. Little bit of drug dealing going down on the south side. You know, people selling, dirt weed, maybe some crack here and there, stuff like that. We got a lot of rural white folks in Louisiana. So maybe the boys in Louisiana are caking up off selling that methadone. You feel me? That crystal. Maybe they're pushing the China white. I don't know. But yeah, Southside has always been a bit treacherous. I'm going to continue here. On Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023, the Monroe Police Department responded to a shooting at 711 South 8th Street. According to police, an armed robbery took place at the store, and Anderson allegedly fired a shot at the suspect in response to the robbery. The shot allegedly struck the suspect and a customer. The customer was taken to a local hospital for treatment and later released. The robbery at the Dollar General store was the sixth armed robbery since August 2022. Anderson allegedly shot at the suspect, Marquarius Thomas. Okay, they keep on changing the names. Monquarius, Marquarius. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on? They don't know the names. They don't know the names. They can't even get black people's names right. Is it Monquarius or Marquarius? White folks just be typing anything. Oh, it's Monquarius. They just can't even get our names right, man. Anyway, Anderson allegedly shot at the suspect, Marquarius or Monquarius Thomas, and fled the scene. The shot reportedly injured a customer and fatally wounded Thomas, causing his death. According to reports, Monroe authorities discovered Thomas's body laying north of the store with the stolen money. Anderson fled the scene and later reported a statement to the Monroe Police Department, claiming he was unaware that the shot struck Thomas. Proceedings for this case will take place at the 4th District Judicial Court with District Attorney Stephen Tu on May 18th, 2023, before a grand jury. So that's the end of the story once again. So, to wrap this all up, Washita Parish is a basically unfair place. It's a hella poor place, hella rural place. It's not even considered really a part of like Louisiana. It's more like Arkansas, just backwoods rednecks who fly them Confederate flags, get into positions of power like police, district attorney, sheriffs and all that stuff, just to beat up on black people and reinforce white supremacy. Rafus Anderson, unfortunately, is a young black man who's getting caught up in the system, who made a very, in my opinion, bad choice on, trying to defend his company. Maybe the argument could be made he was trying to defend his life. But, once again, guys, if people are coming in trying to rob a store, just let them take it. Let them take it. Don't try to get into it with the people. That's all I got to say about that. But one more thing. We need to abolish the Second Amendment, make gun control in America more strong, because too many people have access to guns and they can do stupid stuff like this. And to the person who's suing, Mr. Rafus Alexander or Anderson, whoever's suing him, just sue the company. Get the millions out of Dollar General, maybe. Uh, don't get the millions out of, Mr. Rafus. He didn't do anything other than defend his life in the best case. And yeah, don't sue another black man for just, trying to defend his life. Take it to the company. Get millions out of Dollar General. That's what I salute. That's the best option. That's what I would say. And that's what Marquarius would want. He just wanted the money. So get the money out of the company, but push that pen into him. Push the pen into him. Take him to court. All right. My name's Simon Hill. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Craig Mack once again for this story. If you have an interesting story, leave a comment, share it. I will cover everything that comes into my channel. Peace.